every minute, of every hour, of every day, in 140 offices around the world. Thousands of Bloomberg employees come together to provide real-time news, data, and analysis for those invested in the financial markets. Whether it's financial professionals using Bloomberg to make decisions that move billions of dollars every day, or the millions around the world who turn on, tune in, and read our news, we have become the world's definitive source of financial and business information. Bloomberg is proud to be the global corporate sponsor of the Metropolitan Opera live in HD.
Hello, I'm Peter Gelb, the General Manager of the Metropolitan Opera. We're completing the final preparations for the start of Das Rheingold and a new season of our live HD transmissions. From this perspective, the Rheingold set looks quite modest, but it is technically the most challenging production we have ever staged. Known simply as the Machine by our stage crew, the set weighs 45 tons, and we had to reinforce the side of our stage to support its weight. Putting this production on our stage hasn't been easy. Some of its advanced technology has never been used before in an opera house, so it has really pressed us to the limit. But I believe that it is well worth the incredible effort and risk, since a new ring cycle at the Met demands nothing less. For all of us, it's been a thrilling journey that began 5 years ago when I tracked down the visionary theater director Robert Lepage in the cafeteria of the Royal Opera House and asked him if he would stage a new ring cycle for the Met. I'm very glad he said yes, as he has created something truly extraordinary. With Maestro Levine, we are fortunate to have one of the greatest Wagnerian conductors in history, and Bryn Terfel is the great new Wotan of his generation. Wagner, who is famous for pushing the theatrical envelope in his time, would probably be pleased with our efforts. And we hope that all of you watching the performance in movie theaters around the world will be too. We're in the midst right now of making a film about producing our new ring, and we're now going to show you some advanced footage from that film. And then our cameras will whisk you to our Brunhilde-in-waiting, Deborah Voigt, who's reporting backstage. Thanks very much. I hope you enjoy our show today.
3, 4. Crescendo. Try when you see something that has that kind of impact expression, not to undercook it. I promise if it's too much, I'll say so. 3, 4, 1.
43, excuse me, 43, that's 43.
Watch the apron so they can play.
Yeah. And we have top of the scene.
was terrific.
Welcome, everybody. Of course, this is very nerve-wracking for me because it's the first day of rehearsal of Rheingold. And this is very emotional for me because I think this is really when the magic starts. If I've learned one thing in the past few years with Maestro Levine is that even though the Ring is a huge, gigantic project and very spectacular, it is a very, very intimate piece. It's about people's emotions and feelings and characters, fathers and sisters and wives and cousins and all of that. Of course, all of this aesthetic is supported by a very ambitious set. People will see very long planks, and eventually what will happen is that these planks are connected by a kind of a spine that allows that spine to lift up and to make all these planks individually move, and they create all these amazing shapes and locations. The big challenge for us was to do a set that would be developed over 4 operas. We work with new technologies that are interactive technologies. These bubbles are activated by movement, but they're also activated by voice. So the Rhine maiden that sings the loudest gets more bubble. And in the past 2-3 years, we've been doing renderings of 3D models, of storyboards. So we've gotten used to the machine itself. And now it's like in the box where it's supposed to be. It's where the set really belongs in the Met. And it comes with its glow, it comes with its intimacy. So suddenly there's all these nice surprises that are really, really exciting. The idea, of course, is you're a bit condemned to be, you know, you have positions like this. You could play with this. You'll see you'll have your fins you could play with. You have this side. Yeah, that's it. And then you end up. Yes?
The very beginning, the overture, I know we're kind of flying. Will you ever be singing and flying at the same time?
When you fly, you're not singing. This is where you sing, and then it flips down and you're still standing. And as it goes down, you kind of melt into that position. Can you get closer?
If you get tired of small HPs.
Remember to breathe. Breathe.
Smile is good too.
Remember, there's bubbles coming out of your mouth.
See, this one's my weak.
Turn yourself.
Turn yourself. Put your feet lower, gentler. There you go. Okay. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Line has you. Don't be scared.
Really pull against the line. You won't break it.
There you go. Sing, girls.
Holy smokes!
Holy smokes.
I'm so scared. I'm sorry.
This is Edge. Come on, I know you can
What
do
should
it.
I do?
The line's got you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. It's fine. We're just reassuring you. Walk at. There you go. That's it. Yay!
This is effing scary, dog.
When you're on the very edge of the top piece, That's where you have to be sure to let the voice fly. Lizette, tell me about the top C. Is it free?
Yeah.
It's always good. I just know the one you've really got in there, and I keep looking for a way to tell you how to release that.
Can I get everybody off the set, please?
Wagner was frustrated by the fact that the scenic techniques and conventions of his time were very limiting, and he had visions of things that he couldn't realize. And now working with Robert Lepage on a new ring for the Met, he is giving something new that Wagner surely would have wanted.
Rhine maidens, please to A level. Rhine maidens, please to A level.
It's a new baby, and we think that it's bringing the 21st century into the Met in a very, very spectacular way. We feel we're changing something in the vocabulary and in the stagecraft. There's something that we're bringing into this house that hasn't happened before, and that's exciting.
Hello, I'm Deborah Voigt. Thank you for joining us today. The Met's Live in HD series is made possible thanks to its founding sponsor, the Neubauer Family Foundation, and global corporate sponsorship is provided by Bloomberg. I'm in the dressing room area where the singers are getting ready for the incredible 2.5-hour adventure with no intermission that is Das Rheingold. It's the first installment of our new production of Wagner's monumental 4-part Ring cycle, and I'm very excited that I will be joining the cast in my role debut as Brunhilde in Die Walküre this spring. Maestro Levine is just about ready to go to the pit, but first I'm going to speak with my dad, Wotan, ruler of the gods, also known as Bryn Terrible. Thank you for joining us. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
Good,
it's
good.
getting pretty exciting now. Can you hear the orchestra tuning up? The Rhine maidens have been called in.
That's right. Flippers
Eric
in place.
Owens Alberich has just been called onto the stage, so we're pretty excited.
How does this role compare with other roles that you sing for the Met?
Well, I think, because of the 3 operas, of course, it's something that's unique, and it's wonderful to be performing it here at the Metropolitan Opera in the new production. So starting...
Did you hear it's a new production?
I did. Starting today, the good, the bad, the dreams, the reality, everything is on that stage.
Begins.
And you're mingling certainly with the gods here backstage. Now,
I am.
look at my wife over there having her early morning coffee.
Well,
Stephanie Blythe is over there.
There's Miss Blythe. I don't know if we've got her on camera. Anyway, Wotan is a kingly god, but he suffers from all sorts of human conflicts. What is his state of mind in Rheingold?
Well, in Rheingold, he certainly doesn't know the consequences of the day. But at certain points, the idea of this ring, that's always there subconsciously in his mind, becomes a reality. And the fact that Loge says, durch Raub, morally becomes something that he's very interested in. And I think going down to the Nibelheim is also something that takes things off his shoulders. He goes into the depths. And of course, his character in the next opera will also be falling into those depths.
Well, it's such a wonderful scene, that. Wotan is a touchstone role of the bass baritone repertoire. What are the vocal challenges and rewards of singing this character?
Well, for Rheingold itself, I think you can take a back seat. It's very reactionary, everything, the characters around him, Loge, Alberich, his wife, the other gods, and it's certainly how he is in that situation. And of course, then when we get to Die Walküre, it's a totally different ballgame. And I think that's when the exciting moments, and hopefully where this set will also spread its wings, and some things will be blossoming.
They will indeed, and I'm going to be joining you in this production as your daughter, Brunhilde.
Yes, my favorite daughter.
Oh, thank you, yes, of course, when it opens in the spring. So let's get to the really important stuff. How are the acoustics on this set?
Well, in this Das Rheingold, we have a little stage on the front that's pretty impressive.
And
where
very far
singing
forward.
is.
Yeah.
Dynamics. You try and nothing is ever the same on the stage. So you kind of see how the voice is, how you are personally on that given day. And sometimes you take more risks. So we'll see what's ahead of us today. But certainly it helps. There's that plinth that throws the voice forward. And we love to have an
We
acoustic.
love that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And of course, it kind of helps when you have those wonderful beats given to you by the ever-dependable Maestro Levine.
Well, it's interesting that you bring him up. I wanted to ask you about your collaboration with him on this project. I'm so excited about Brunhild and the opportunity to do my first one with him. So how has that collaboration been working for you?
Oh, fantastic. And of course, I had a concert last week as well, opening the Boston Symphony, which was all Wagner. And indeed, it's a pleasure to perform with somebody that not only you know the historic elements of the fact that he's conducted in Bayreuth,
Right.
he's conducted these
And these
operas
singers.
so many times. So
Yeah.
it's pure musicality and making music on that stage. And as I said, it's different every night, hopefully.
Right. Well,
You
that's
want
the point.
something different.
It's live art. Live
Can I
theater.
say something as well? To those
Yes.
who are sitting in the Scala in Prestatyn in North Wales,
Yes.
I hope you enjoy your first BT in HD.
It's very BT and HT. Well, your co-stars are a great mix of experienced Wagnerians and newcomers. Tell us about working with the cast.
Well, there's a wonderful tenor who's across the road here, and another one of our godly characters, Adam Deagle, who is a great golfer, I might add.
Really?
Nearly a 2 handicap. So we've shared a couple of rounds whilst
to
here in New
know.
York.
Yeah.
We have the 2 brothers,
The brothers, yes, the Croft boys.
Yeah, Dwayne and Richard Croft, and that's wonderful to see siblings on the stage. No rivalry, both supporting each other. We have the wonderful
that's-
Stephanie Blythe, who behind us over there is a wonderful Wagnerian singer, and she can
is
turn
that.
her heart into any repertoire, actually.
And,
the Rhine
and she's a
Maidens,
funny lady, as we
and
know.
Eric has Alberich. Now that's
yeah,
a feast
yeah.
to behold,
Yeah, it
not
is.
only visually, but very by the sound of his
beautiful,
voice. You'll
yeah.
be enraptured by
The viewers
his
are in
chocolate
for a treat.
Bordeaux wine. It's
Well,
fantastic.
before we run out of time, we would like you to say something to your Welsh fans.
Prynhawn da, gobeithio newch chi fwynhau. Mwy na thebyg fyddai ar yn ffordd adra mewn 2 awr I Gymru fach. Hwyl.
Bryn, thank you very much. And Toy, have a great show.
Diolch yn fawr, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Das Rheingold is the first of 7 new productions the Met is presenting this season, along with 21 revivals. We need your help to keep the Met growing strong. That's because our ticket sales cover less than half of what it costs to present these great productions on our stage. And if they weren't on our stage, we wouldn't be able to bring them to you in the movie theaters. So please make a gift to help us continue to bring unforgettable performances to audiences from all over the world. Call us at 1-800-MET-OPERA or visit our website at www.metopera.org to make a contribution. Dynamic new productions like today's Rheingold are truly spectacular on the big screen, but they're even more impressive inside the Opera House. Nothing compares to the experience of live, unamplified voices soaring over a huge Wagnerian orchestra. So come to the Met or visit your local opera company. In a moment, the 3 Rhine maidens who guard the magical gold at the bottom of the Rhine River will make a dramatic entrance. Bryn Tervel is joined by a remarkable cast of singers. Stephanie Blythe plays his wife Fricka. Richard Croft is Loga, the demigod of fire. And Eric Owens plays Alberich the Nibelung, who steals the precious gold and sets the story in motion. Maestro Levine is ready to take us on this remarkable journey. Here is Das Rheingold.